I'm going to teach you a technique which you can use. You can add this into your learning plan, and this will help you with improving your pronunciation. And it's all done through listening. So I'm going to give you kind of step by step how you can achieve this and how you can start working on it right now after this video if you want to. So generally, guys, we call this technique the mimicking technique or the imitation technique. And it's the technique which I've used on actors, actresses from America, from the UK, and of course the hundreds of non-natives that I've taught throughout my life. And it's very, very simple, but very effective. So here we go with step one. The first thing which I need you to do is I need you to find a role model. I need you to find someone whose accent you like, who you want to sound like. Now, most people do have one. You wouldn't want to learn the British accent if there wasn't maybe someone or some people who've made you want to learn it. Maybe it's me. If it's me, fantastic. Use me, okay, as your role model, the person you listen to, okay? So that person will be your source of learning. If you're stuck with finding someone, maybe you like Harry Potter. Okay, well, the actor in Harry Potter who plays Harry is called Daniel Radcliffe. The actress who plays Hermione is called Emma Watson, and she's in many other movies. Some people talk to me all the time about how much they love people like Benedict Cumberbatch or Tom Hiddleston. Keira Knightley is another great female actress with an RP British accent. And all these people I've mentioned generally have kind of an RP style accent. But we don't just have to do actors and actresses. Maybe you like the accent of a musician. Maybe you like watching football. Is that something you enjoy? The commentators actually have very, very good accents, so they're a great source of learning. But think about your passions. Think about people and things that you like or that you've enjoyed throughout your life, and see if you can find someone British and use them as your source of listening and learning. It doesn't just have to be one person. There can be many. Now what I need you to do is I need you to gather things. I need you to find interviews with this person. I need you to find materials, YouTube videos, radio interviews. Interviews are the great way of improving intonation in particular, because we're listening to people talk in a very natural situation. They're discussing things. So interviews and chat shows are, if you can find something with that person, then you hit gold. You could find scenes in movies where people use the accent that you like. And of course, make sure when you're listening to that person, if you're trying to improve your spoken English, make sure that you're not listening to someone reading something, because we actually use a very different tone when we read compared to when we're just talking like this. So please do think of that at the same time. Remember, you are learning, not listening or watching for pleasure. So if you found something, the first time you listen to it, use it for learning and use the technique I'm about to give you. After you've studied and you've been learning for, let's say, an hour or however long the video takes, then watch it again. Not only will you have better understanding, but now you can listen to it with pleasure. So the first step of using this material is you need to think about what you are improving today. Are you learning intonation? Are you learning a few vowel sounds? Are you learning consonants? What are you focusing on today? Make sure you're focusing on one topic, not loads and loads of things. And then you can begin. So now, you listen. But I want you to do it in kind of 10-second intervals. So you listen to the person speak for 10 seconds, or for as long as you can, and then repeat what they say, copying what it is you're trying to learn. So if you're trying to learn intonation, and this technique is best for intonation, copy how they say those words, right? You can do it with this video. Listen to how I'm speaking and copy how I use my tone or how I pronounce those vowels, and that's going to work. But you need to do it about 3 times. So you listen, repeat, go back 10 seconds, listen again, repeat. Do that, as I said, 3 times, and then what you're doing is training your muscles to start speaking in this way. You're teaching your muscles to do something different and to copy this person that you like the sound of. Now, I am absolutely dreadful at maths. I hate it. But let me tell you now that this equation works. Imitation plus repetition times 3 equals muscle memory. Muscle memory times your brand new British accent equals you can thank me later. And that's it, okay? As I said, listen the first time for pleasure. You're listening in 10-second intervals and you're copying how they say these things. Trust me, this technique works. I've used it with hundreds and hundreds of students. Make sure you're doing this often. Include it in your schedule, your learning schedule, or schedule, however you want to say it doesn't really matter. Include it, okay? So maybe one day of the week you do some listening practice, this practice I've mentioned, and then maybe the next day you practice my course and you watch one of the videos from my course and send me voice recordings of you practicing that in the course. And then the next day maybe you do some reading intonation practice. You know, have your own schedule. But this is a fantastic thing to include in it, and you would be crazy not to do it if you really want to sound like a native, okay? It will help you pick up that natural native sound. If you're still struggling to find someone to listen to and you like the sound of me, of course you have all of my YouTube videos where you can copy me and practice with me, but I have a podcast which is coming very, very soon. It's going to be called Journeys. It's about travel, it's about journeys through life, it's about culture, mostly about travel, but there's going to be a few other stories included in there. As I said, you don't have to enjoy what you're listening to. If you're not a big fan of me or a big fan of travel, but you like my accent, you can still use my podcast as listening practice material to help you with repetition. So I will provide links below to where you can start listening to me in the podcast. There's only one episode available right now. It's kind of an introduction. But I'm very excited for you to hear that, and I really would love some feedback, so please do tweet me or email me to let me know what you think. And as I said, if you want to start improving your accent seriously right now with a teacher who you can talk to, you can join my course at etjenglish.com. The link's in the description below, and I can't wait to meet those of you who join. Thank you very much for watching again. Go start using this technique right now. Take care, guys, and cheers. See ya.